I think it comes down to actually getting the dealership to buy into emotional intelligence and to use it. So how do we do that? How do we get that buy-in?
Oh, 100%. I mean, listen, over 20 years of doing corporate training, I've done everything from going to Korea to train the international heads of training on a new initiative. And the reality, like you mentioned, first of all, any change has to come from management, has to come from ownership. And unfortunately, the industry that we're in has for many, many years had a really bad rap, but it deserved it, right? Because it was all about
Oh,
selling your next
100%.
car. It wasn't about building a relationship with this customer. And that's really short-sighted. It's really, really short-sighted. Uh, and just putting bodies out there is just not the way to build your business. And a quick example, before I got into this business, I had a bad experience with an automotive manufacturer, and because of the way I was treated. And
Mhm,
so I
mhm.
left that dealership or I was I'm still a lay down today, right? So a car I really wanted to buy, really, really wanted to buy, but I didn't like the way the guy talked to me. And this was the manager here. I was sent into the closer, right?
Oh,
So
no.
anyhow, and so I ended up going to the luxury division of that same OEM. And the way I was treated when I went into that dealership changed everything. And it really made me realize how if you treat people well,
Mhm.
they'll want to buy from you.
Absolutely.
And so I actually bought 6 vehicles
Holy cow.
from that same dealership. Now there was 2 things that were happening. Unfortunately, I didn't buy from the same person every time because they changed out all the time. So it was very short-sighted on many people, and people didn't follow up very well. Now the service department did the job of selling me the car.
Yes, exactly.
The service department treated me with respect and well and all that jazz and made me come back. But the last time I went in to buy a car, the young salesperson was not knowledgeable, didn't know how to do. I had to teach him how to do a test drive.
Mhm.
I wanted to buy a car. Ended up buying a car I didn't even I needed more than I wanted. That this is what I needed, and I assumed that it had a bunch of things in it that it did not because it was the premium level and people couldn't answer my questions. Make a real long story short, I bought a car that was under content. I wanted more content. You could have sold it to me, but anyways, they just wanted to sell me a car. But because of that, I was done. I have not gone back to buy a vehicle that because of the treatment, not the car, not the product. But even when I dealt with management and ownership, I did not feel valued. And to tell you the truth, what happened was that it was a change of ownership.
Yep.
So same location, same product, love the product, wasn't treated well. I'm not going back.